Welcome everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another of our lives with business partners from around the world, multilingual, talking about this business, an online business. And actually today we'll talk more about the mindset shift that needs to happen in order to, I think, to be successful in the business. But let's start with introducing everyone here. I'm Dana. I'm coming live from Ontario, Canada. As usually, I'm a busy mom, a corporate professional working in IT industry as a program manager for over 25 years now. And I'm an immigrant woman originally from Romania. Bună ziua, bună seara, dragi români, și dacă mă urmăriți aici, stați până la sfârșit sau veniți la emisiunea în română de luni. And yeah, when I started this business, for me at least, the hardest part wasn't learning the system, was how to change the way I look at myself and the way I look at what I do things. And I think all of us need to go through some kind of mindset shift. So we'll talk more about that today. Sita, good afternoon. Good to see you.
Thank you so much, Dana. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone, even the ones on the screen. Hello, everyone. I haven't seen you for a while. It's lovely to be here always. My name is Sita. I am a mom. I'm a nun as well. I live in the UK with my family, originally from Zimbabwe, and I'm also a proud digital business owner. Salbonani linjani lapho elingabe lisibukele khona mina ngusithabile ngingumama ngingugogo njalo ngihlala lapha e-UK ngingunurse by profession and also a proud digital business owner. Thank you so much. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Sita. I'm from UK, where apparently it's still cold, coming to US. How is Arizona, Mafe? Good morning.
Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Dana. It's cold in the morning and late night, but in the middle of the day, it's striking on your face and it hurts. It's hot. You can feel that summer is coming. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday to everyone. And thank you again for having me here in Multilingual Podcast. And another story, another sharing of journey, and another sharing that these people are real joining this digital business. Magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat kung saan dako ng mundo man kayo ngayon. Ako po si Mafe, originally from the Philippines, at ito po ay isang aking one of the sinasalihan ko, sharing to share that this business is real and we're sharing our journey sa mga kung sinong gustong mag-curious na what is this business all about. Thank you.
Thank you, Mafe. And back to Canada. I think you got a lot of snow in Toronto. Here in Windsor, it's not that much.
Oh, yeah, of course, Dana. Thank you so much for this invitation. I'm always feel grateful, to be a part of this amazing community. And yes, Dana, we are still almost 15 centimeters snow, and we are expecting more today. So that's a part of life. We still have to survive. So my name is Abantika. I live in Toronto, Canada for almost going to be 20 years soon. And I am a mom. I live here with my family. I'm a full-time professional with the government, but at the same time, I'm a proud digital business owner. And I'm really, really feel blessed to be a part of this amazing, global community. And we are here to talk about this because today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic that, what's the hardest part of starting this online business. And pretty much all of us, we have come through some of that. So we are going to talk about that more. And in my own language, just quickly, my name is Amar Nam Abantika. আমি টরন্টো কানাডায় থাকি 20 বছর, কিন্তু আমি অরিজিনালি ইন্ডিয়া কলকাতা থেকে। আমি বাঙালি। এখানে আমি আমার ফ্যামিলির সাথে আছি, সরকারের সাথে কাজের সাথে আমি এই অনলাইন বিজনেসটা করছি। যদি কেউ উৎসুক থাকেন আমাকে মেসেজ করবেন, আমি খুশি হব আপনাদের আরো বিশদ বিবরণ দিতে। সাথে থাকুন। থ্যাংক ইউ ডেনা, ব্যাক টু ইউ।
Thank you, Bantika. And staying close to Bantika, Kim, I hope you are not snowed in. Also, you can work from home. That's why you have digital business, right?
Exactly. So yeah, 2 days ago we have a big snowstorm and it's not about 15 centimeter. In our place is almost like more than 30 centimeter. And we used to shovel like every single time, like manually, but now we're getting old. So we just got a snowblower last year. So we use it and it's very helpful. So, hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone who's watching us live or the replay later on. So, who doesn't know me? My name is Kim, and I'm originally from Vietnam, but currently living in Canada for the past 40 years. I live here with my husband and a teenager daughter. And as a profession, I'm an IT professional. For over 25 years, I work in the corporate world until I got laid off. But now I also start a digital business like everyone here. To as a side hustle for now, but it's going to be my plan A for later. So hello mọi người, mình tên là Kim và mình đang sinh sống ở Canada cùng chồng và một cô con gái. Mình ở Canada cũng hơn 40 năm rồi và bây giờ mình cũng đang làm công việc chính của mình trong lĩnh vực IT, nhưng mà mình cũng sở hữu một cái kinh doanh số cho riêng bản thân mình và cho gia đình của mình để sau này mình có thể về hưu sớm và đi du lịch luôn. So thank you very much. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Kim. And from complaining about weather and snow to complaining about heat, John, good afternoon. I'm pretty sure, and I saw you earlier, you're hot.
Thank you, Dana. Greetings, world, and good afternoon or evening because the sun is still high up here in hot Pretoria, South Africa. My name is John, originally from Ghana, but residing in Pretoria, South Africa, working in the paint industry as a technical analyst, color matcher, painter, and a trainer, and also a proud digital business owner. And you know, Medin de John, I'm free Ghana, Mewo Pretoria. Yes, sir, a Jumaya, a Buancrophobe Bromo system of Brabo. And you know, ye January, yes, ya fi afiase na yani mwabeshia se o hwe ya bo yesre se my America kra na tie ne ayeke osande ewiase esisa ema bibia akodegita na yesi yetumi sisa ya adwen from worker mentality to owner mentality na bua ye ni etimi ma ya brabo ye kama osande fie ye hwe ense ye be niama kese bebre si etukwan ya nanso emre bebre ntumi nyesa. We switch from one job to the other. But Emre Edu say, yes, ya brabo, na yetumi ebwe fienso. Inti wa joining ya kanya hon na yentu kwa edamwase. Thank you, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, John. And I think Rita, it's not complaining about snow, but not about heat. So probably she's the perfect middle. Good afternoon, Rita.
Well, not really, but if you go outside, you will feel that cold. You'll be chilling. But right now I'm at home, so this is why I said, okay, I have a long sleeve as well, so it's not that cold at home. You know, at home is warmer. So thank you so much, Ms. Dana. It's really a great pleasure being here and to see this beautiful and handsome business partners as well. So to those that do not know me, my name is Rita. I'm a mom to a beautiful daughter, a Nigerian from Benin City, Edo State, born and based in Spain. I'm a telephone banking agent and a proud online business owner. Buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas noches, de donde nos estén viendo. Pues me llamo Rita, soy nigeriana y llevo muchos años viviendo en España. Pues estamos aquí para ofreceros una gran oportunidad online que podríais conseguir un gran éxito que nosotros nos vayáis. Estamos aquí para ofreceros esa oportunidad. Obavon bo we obota ke no wari ya ye no ya ye ne khiri. Ma mere dia na o. Ma me ke na khamwa wege e business na wata wega wa wege o ma wasia ye wani. E business na me go setting kubu no digba no. Why pa ye ke wari ya je? Right now, back to you, Miss Dana. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rita. And thank you everyone for those watching us, Uma, Jeddah, Lee from, different parts of the world. Definitely for those of you watching us, put in the comment which part of the world you are watching us from, because as you can see, we are global. We are, the 7 of us here are already pretty wide in the world. So we are a global community. And these 7 people here are a very great proof of how global our business is and how, regardless of your background, you can do this business. And I'm gonna try Mamuna, I think, from New York. Hi, Mamuna. So let's talk a bit about what this business is about, right? What is this online business? What do we do? Well, what we do, we help people launch their own online business. Same like we've been helped when we started, we are here to give it back, to help others. And how you can start? Well, we all use the same proven system that's designed to work for anyone. You can see us here, regardless of your skill set, your age, or your location. Think of it like a franchise in the online world, right? We provide you everything you need, the training tools, the support of a community. You'll get a coach, you get a mentor, but you still maintain the full control of your business. You are your own boss. You decide how to register your business, how you do your taxes, because those are coming soon in the next month or so. So yes, it's a legit business in no matter which part of the world you are, but it gives you everything. You don't have to wonder how to start, where to start, what do I need to do every day. Our training takes you literally from zero, step by step, video-based training that shows you what you need to do every single day, and not only what to do, but how to do it. It's actually showing you, click here, do that. And the platform, of course, it's an online business. So it combines all the power of AI, of automation. It brings you a lot of different type of trainings, from advanced marketing to mindset to very specific skills that you need in order to be successful in this business. We call it a business in a pocket, because as long as you have the internet connection, your business is running, you have your phone, and you are plugged into your business no matter where you are and how busy your life is. We do have some high quality products, but you don't have to juggling any kind of selling or inventory. The product sustain the business, but the business model is the one that's changing lives. So that's why we are here, not to talk about products per se. We are here to talk about the opportunity that this business can bring into your life. And as I said, we give you everything that you need to be successful. All that you need to bring in is a strong mindset, open mindset, an open mind to be coachable, to learn, and to be consistent, to show up every day for your business. Because I think that's what makes the difference from people. We see people starting with the same system at the same time. Some are successful, some are not. What makes the difference? Well, that consistency, right? Because it's not easy, especially at the beginning. No matter what you start new, there are challenges. But if you don't give up, if you keep going, the success is just around the corner. And with a supportive community like we have here, it's always much easier to be consistent and to not give up, and to have someone who will always there to ask or answer a question that you may have, get you unstuck, or if nothing else, at least to have a year for someone to listen to you, and maybe you are frustrated or you are celebrating. No matter what it is, you'll always have an amazing group here. Let's go and talk about the mindset, because that's the theme of today. And what made me think of that is I was reading recently this one, which says over 85% of the people will never reach their financial potential, not because of their skills or location, because of the mindset, because they need to stop thinking of, someone needs to tell me what to do, when to do it, and think of how you can change and how you can be successful. So that's what we'll talk today. That's the big secret. The hardest thing to start an online business or any type of business is to change your mindset, to have that mindset shift. So Sita, if I ask you, what did that worker mindset look for you before you started this business? I know you still have your nursing career, right? Your nursing job, and now as a business owner, I'm sure you can see the difference on your mindset shift.
Thank you so much. It's quite an interesting topic that you gave me. Before I started my business, my mindset was so content doing whatever I was doing and working, earning a living or earning an income. To me, that was what I needed. That was what was important in my life. I traded time for money and believed that my security came from my payslip or my paycheck, not anywhere else. And I was looking at those people that didn't have a job and felt sorry for them, and thinking, I'm so comfortable where I am. I'm so privileged. I've got a job. I waited for schedules. What's next to approvals from somebody else and promotions and people to tell me that you've done so well. And when they say that, you feel so excited that you performed well in your job, not realizing that you can do better for yourself. But because you are working that under somebody and you think what you're doing is so important, you work yourself tired, and you think that when you rest, you feel that when you are exhausted, you feel that you've earned that time to be resting because you are working for somebody and you feel that you've achieved something. Now I deserve a rest. I didn't question the system. I just adjusted to it. Starting my business forced me to shift and unlearn that mindset that I had, that I felt that everything that I was doing was so content, was good. I realized that, working for myself is more that I needed than putting all my energy building someone's empire rather than building my own, making decision when no one is watching and clapping or guiding me. I realized that I needed to be the one making those decisions, cheering for myself rather than waiting for someone to say you've done well. I needed to improve and tell myself that this is me, this is what I've achieved, it's amazing, rather than waiting for someone. No clocking in, no guaranteed pay, no manager to tell me I'm doing well. So I just needed to prove myself, to tell myself that what I was doing is so amazing. Thank you so much, Dana. Rather than wasting time, back to you.
Thank you, Sita. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, I totally can relate to that. And kind of same for me, right? I spent years being very reliable, responsible, being a good employee. And although I was managing big teams, right? Tens, hundreds of people. I was making the decision. But the moment when I made the switch, I become my own boss. And now I still make my own decision, but there is no one to say, yeah, it's good or it's not good, to approve or not. Was still like a shock. It's like, oh, do I trust myself? How is it? So you have to really give yourself space and allow yourself to make those decisions, to believe in yourself, to allow yourself to learn from your mistakes, because we all make those mistakes, right? But believe strongly that you are allowed to want more and you can do it. It's all in our minds, right? And that's the hardest and the easiest part. You are all in charge of that, of your own mind. But then that's the problem, because you are in charge. You need to realize that and make the shifts needed. So it's not always easy, right? Mafe, let's talk about, or share with us if you want. When did you realize that mindset and maybe not the skills was the real challenge to start an online business or a business?
Yeah, thank you, Dana. This is really hard for me at my first year. When this business was introduced to me, I honestly had no idea what is digital marketing or attraction marketing was. I was used to traditional way of selling products. But when I joined, I started learning how everything works through video-based training, our weekly mastermind in our really very supportive community. The knowledge was there, but I was still hesitant to take action because I'm introvert and I struggled with confidence. That's when I realized that skills weren't the problem. The real challenge was me. I was overthinking what people might say, doubting myself, and waiting for the right time. It's always like procrastination. The hardest part wasn't learning, it was showing up when I was fully confident yet. You know, it happened to me my first year in my business. It's really hard for me because I feel so embarrassed. I wasn't stuck because I didn't know enough. I was stuck because I was holding myself back. And then I went back to my why I started this business. That's what pushed me to show up consistently and stop worrying about opinions of others, because at the end of the day, not at the end of the day, they're not the one paying my bills, right? So if you're watching right now and you can relate to my story, just know this. You don't need to know everything to start. Sometimes the next step is simply giving yourself a permission to try. Check this out.
Oh, I love that, Mafe. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, that's another thing, especially if you are shy. And maybe all your life you're kind of working behind the scene, right behind the computer, in my case, or whatever. Yeah, you work with a team. I work with large teams, but there's always like my comfort zone. Even if it's 200 people, it's the people that I work with every day is there behind the scene. And now suddenly you are here, and social media kind of put you in the spotlight. It was a big shift for me also, and I think for everyone here, especially if you are not the type of person who likes to be in the front of cameras or in the front of the lights, right? And you feel suddenly, and you start thinking, oh, what are other things? All those type of thoughts in your mind. And especially, I think it depends on how you grew up. And I feel like in my case also, the family or the cultural, right? It was a big influence on how I was thinking about people doing social media, right? And it took a minute or more to make that shift. And it's like you said, no one is paying my bill. I do me. And if I decide to do this today, I don't need to explain anyone why I'm doing it or how I'm doing it. But Avantika, and I see you nodding, how did the cultural or the family expectation influence how you saw yourself, especially at the beginning?
Thank you so much, Dana. And yes, that's a very good question and very close to my heart, I must say that. So yeah, of course, I think for all of us, the cultural and family expectations influence us, that how we saw ourselves. And that is definitely true for me. So definitely because of we live, in the society, so definitely that influences us, that how we look ourselves. So for example, like our identity, our worth, right? Like since the childhood, like when I was a kid, like I was, when I grown up, like in my mental thing, I knew that I have to get the good grades in my education, right? And then when I became teenager, then I understood that I have to be responsible for so many things, right? And now after got married, after having my own family, I see the responsibility is actually increasing day by day, right? So definitely we have to keep everything in mind, and also being helpful to the others as a adult grown up. So those are the things always we are responsible for. But at the same time, at least at this point of life, I realize that, as you have just mentioned, that we also have to give a permission to ourselves to do something for myself, because we also have to listen to our own dream, our own passion. And that's why I'm blessed that I found the right path. I joined this online business where I can really resonate. And even if sometimes I diverted, I always try to focus, because I always remember my why, that why did I join this business? So that's why, even though I know that the society or the cultural or the family expectations influence me all the time, but even in between them, I try to be focused. I try to get at least some time. I try to be more consistent, at least some time of the day I devote to my business, because that's my own personal journey. And I believe that nothing can replace that. I have to stick with my own dream. So yeah, thank you so much, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Avantika. Oh, yes. We do everything for our families. We always put ourselves last, right? And then we feel guilty when you do a small thing for yourself. But also, and I keep saying that, you should have to remember what they tell you, on the airplane. Put your oxygen mask first before you do the rest. So if you are happy, if you feel fulfilled and, have a reason to wake up every day, I'm sure your family will benefit from that, even if that takes you for 5 minutes or 2 hours from the day, from spending with them and building something for themselves, especially since it starts as maybe want an extra income, then it becomes a passion. You realize that you want more, you grow. And then in the end, money will also come. So the family really will benefit in many ways. But it's still a hard shift to make, especially, depending on your background. Not all of us grew up on families who are there saying, hey, start a business, become a business owner, right? It was like, hey, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and you are set. And unfortunately, this is not true anymore these days. It's not enough. No matter how good the grades are and how good the job is, it can disappear tomorrow. You can be replaced by, I don't know, some AI tool or someone who knows how to use the AI tools better. And this day and age, it's nothing. It's safe and secure, and you cannot rely on anything else but yourself, your own skills and your own power. Kim, what helped you start trusting yourself to make the decision and to make that shift?
Yeah, it took me some time to think about it, but like after some thoughts, I think what helped me trust myself more is that I already made it through so many things in life, and I have already reached my rock bottom, right? And if I am able to handle all of that, I can handle what comes next too. So that moment really remind me that wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's more about having the courage to move forward. And I stopped looking for approval from others and just start trusting the confidence that I have built over the years. And like when I started this online digital business, I didn't overthink it. It doesn't take me months and months and just waiting for approval, right? I just did my research, trust my gut, and just made a decision within like 3 days. And I told my husband obviously because we're a family, but I'm not telling him because I need permission from him, right? So yeah, so it's just like you just need to believe it. And once you did, the decision just felt like less risk and more like steps to move forward to a better life. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Kim. Yeah, it's interesting how you and I keep saying that you need to not trust us of telling you about this business, not the business system. You have to trust in yourself. That's the first step, and then we bring the rest. But what you are saying made me remind me of something else about. It looks like some recent research showed that over 70% of the workers say that they feel less secure in their job today than they were 5 years ago, as I was mentioning, with everything happening. And still, most of them still rely on only just income. So they feel insecure, but they still don't make anything to change that, right? Which I think it's the irony, because nowadays there are so many more opportunities and options for you to do something in parallel with your job without taking the risk like, okay, I need to leave my job and start something else, right? There are so many opportunities, and people still are having, a hard time making that mindset shift, because that's all it is. It's not about skills. It's not about your age or where you are located in the world. Those are just excuses. It's just a mindset shift, and you have to really trust and believe in yourself. That's the first thing that you need to do. John, as the only man here, And I think men and women maybe are a bit different on how they think of or how they feel about being visible, right? So how did this new visibility as a business owner and a digital world feel for you at the beginning? Was more exciting, more scary? Share with us.
Thank you very much for that question. I think for me, hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a bit of a delay, but we can hear you.
All right, thank you. All right. I think for me, it was more of the scary one because at the moment, I didn't have an active account on any of the social media platforms. So I had to try to start everything all over again. And why am I saying this? Because when I saw the business first, that was when the third time I've activated my Facebook page, because I keep deleting it. I deleted it twice. That was the third time I reinstated it. So by then, it was a bit of a scary situation for me that how am I going to go through this business of trying to be visible and also build a brand. But what helped me was the fact that we had a training that I'll always point to. It helped me to cool down, to change my mindset from a worker mindset to a business owner mindset. That for you to be able to have your own business, there is a way that you go about it. And it helped me to break it down and take it step by step and start showing my face and be visible for people to know what I'm doing and to understand that this is about digital business. And if you are following me, this is what I do, for you to also get inspiration and know that, hey, this guy, I didn't know much about this thing, but I decided to learn. And when you tell yourself, they said anything you tell yourself, whether good or bad, your subconscious mind is listening and take it in and manifest it. So if you tell yourself that I have seen this person doing this, I've seen that person doing that, and they're killing it online. But for me, I'm a worker and I'm afraid I can't do it. These are humans like you with one head, not two heads, doing this thing. And when you venture it, and many of the times our brain has been built in such a way that it protects us from taking an action because it's afraid we might get hurt. But if we break that, for me, I broke through that bands. And sometimes I put some things and people praise me and all that. And I just smile. I said, you don't know where I'm coming from. I decided to take a step. And I believe everyone watching us today, with the way our world is going, if you have the inclination in your heart to do this, then hop on with us, check it out, and know that it is doable. You can do it and even surprise yourself. Sometimes you'll pinch yourself thinking that, how did I do this? And it's really, really doable. So thank you very much. That is how I broke the scary barrier and be able to be visible and do this business with confidence and calmness that I'm doing today. Thank you so much.
Oh, love that. Thank you, John, for sharing. So true, right? You don't become a business owner because you learn a new skill or anything, right? You become because you decided to trust yourself to make that mindset shift. And I know it's hard these days in social media because everyone seems to have the perfect life and no one knows what you are coming for, right? But in the same time, I think it's the perfect time for anyone to be able to do that because you can learn tools, you can learn new systems, they can help you all. All you need again is that mindset shift and that mindset shift actually happens after you take the action. That's the hard part. It's not like, oh, suddenly my mindset changed, now I can go and do it. No, you have to start doing it while you are still scared. And I love John. I was hoping you'll say, no, see, I have no problems. Men are different than women. We have no. We are all the same, right? We all, like you said, we have one head, not two heads. We all scared when you start something new and get outside of your comfort zone. But you still push through that. And then you look back and it's like, wow, that's me. Look how much I grew. Look how changed person I am, only in a short time sometimes, right? So definitely. But yeah, getting outside that comfort zone, making that first step is the harder part, especially since you don't know what happens after the first step, right? Maybe it's a big mistake. Maybe it's a big hole. Maybe it's a beautiful garden full of flowers. Who knows? Rita, how do you handle mistakes now compared with when you didn't have that mindset shift? Share with us.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Dana, for this question. It's really a great one, because how do I handle the mistakes now? Okay, what I do first, you know what, in this life, if you are in any situation that is inconvenient, you realize that you already made that mistake. That is how the solution starts. When you realize your mistake, that is when you can see a way forward to resolve it so that you will not go back to the same mistake anymore. So I made that mindset shift that now that I'm into this business, not that I made a mistake of being in this business. No, I never made a mistake. I even improved myself of being in this business. So when I see mistakes that I make, I accept them. I say, oh, this is my mistake. Wow. And you know what? This business helped me to be more matured in the way I see things. So when I see those mistakes, I quickly act on them, because some people realize their mistakes, but they don't act on them. No. But what I do now is I quickly act on them. I put them in my left palm hands. You see, you say, when you make mistakes in life, just put them here so that you'll be looking at your mistakes and be thinking, you'll be focusing on your situation, your real situation. And then you'll be thinking, okay, have I made this mistake before? Okay, I don't want to make this mistake again. So that is how you put it at the palm of your left hand side. So that is what I do now. For example, I'm going to lay an example quickly. I got banned in one of my social media platforms. And I realized that, okay, this is the mistake that I made. The algorithm is not understanding correctly what I am placing in my platform. So let me find a way to resolve that mistake. I got into studying how the algorithm really works. And do you know what? Since then, I never made the mistakes anymore. The algorithm and my social platform, they are now good friends. They understand what I'm doing now. They don't find any mistakes in any of my content anymore, thanks to Almighty God as well. So what I'm saying in essence is, if you ever find any mistakes in your life, grab them. Don't walk away from them. Grab them and look and find another way to resolve them. Accept them in a matured way. And I tell you what, the next steps will be the most beautiful steps that you never make. Okay, so in this case, changing my mindset of accepting any mistakes has helped me a lot, and it has improved more my business journey. And I'm thankful to this journey as well, because it's a great blessing and I will never forget it. So if you're out there thinking, what is this or what is that? I'm telling you, you are not just only here to earn extra income. You are here to improve more about your emotional well-being, about your mindset, and about the way you see things in life. You will really enjoy it. So hop in and you will never regret it. Back to you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Ms. Dana.
Thank you, Rita. Oh, yes. There are no mistakes unless you don't learn anything from them. At least that's how I look at it, right? Any mistake, it's something that it's a lesson. You learn from that. And in the end, if you look at it that way, it's a winning situation, right? You learn something new. It's very hard or very rare when you learn something new if everything goes smooth and successfully, right? You expect that it happens, you do next, expect that it happens. you don't learn much from that. You learn that you can continue, I guess, doing those things. But when something that doesn't, a mistake or something that you didn't expect happens, I think you learn much more from that if you are willing to learn, because that's the big if, right? So for those of you watching, listening to us in the past 40 minutes, you are not here by accident. And if you are here for us, I hope this conversation helped see yourself a bit different, or at least think even a little bit different. And if it happened, if we managed to do that, then I think that I'm super happy, and that matters, right? And if you are curious about what ownership could look, what a business, online business could look for you, reach out to any of us, join our free info session, ask questions. There is no pressure. We are here to help you, to guide you, and to help you get that clarity on your mindset. And the moment you stop seeing yourself as just a worker is the most important thing, and realizing that you can do more, you are allowed to do more, you start building something for yourself. And the rest, the tools, the system, everything else is there, plus the community to help you. So with that, I want to thank everyone for being here with me this Saturday morning, afternoon, evening. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for, as always, being here, and hope to see everyone. Stay safe and see everyone next time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.